MD Pod presents Dawg House.
Magpie, fuck you.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, due to a previous head injury, I kinda lost track myself. So I've gotta ask you the question. Do you feel lucky, punk?
Hey, boss, how you doing?
Hey, Doc. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, doing great. Love your poster on the back wall there.
My Pink Floyd? Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Shows you how old I am.
I got a brochure in the mail for a prepaid cremation. Nah, it's a great deal. If you die in a fire, you get half your money back.
Mr. Luke, how you doing?
Hey, how are you, man?
Good, buddy. Good.
Doing good too.
Do me a favor, pronounce your band's name.
Sandveiss.
Sandveiss. See? Fuck.
Yeah.
I was going to say it wrong. You got to remember, dude, I started bands in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, so think about what my brain's like right now.
Did you just have a brain fart?
I beg your pardon, sir?
I said, did you just have a brain fart?
Magpie sitting there when he's editing this saying, shut the fuck up and start the show. So we're going to do that with a good fuck you, Magpie. We're going to get it going, buddy. All right, here we go, guys.
Taste for
Dawg House.
The song that just blew your mind was Standing in the Fire by Sandveiss. And joining the doc in the Dawg House tonight is the one and only Sandveiss. So, guys, thank you for joining the doc. And how the hell are you?
All right, doing good. Thanks for having us.
Great. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. I got Sean and Luke on here, but tell us what part of Sandveiss are you guys? I mean, singers, bassists, drummers, guitarists, everything above.
Go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, I play guitar and sing.
That's what I do too. So, but I'm not lead vocal. I'm more of a backing vocalist. And on the albums, we play some keyboards,
Yeah,
but we don't do that live yet.
sometimes with the feet.
Yeah.
I want you to take us back to the early days of the band, okay? And share how Scream Queen in 2013 set the stage for the band's evolution. And then especially with its re-release under the Sexy Sloth label in 2014.
Yeah, I mean, Scream Queen is our first album. At the time of the writing of that album, I always been into, heavy music. I grew up in the 80s. I'm born in the late 70s. So, all the metal scene of the 80s. And then when I was a teenager, like the, so-called grunge or alternative or whatever you call it, like during the 90s and everything. And the stoner rock scene came, during these years too. And I always been influenced by that kind of music. But I remember that during that time, I was really into starting up a band, playing like old time kind of, heavy music like Black Sabbath or Led Zeppelin or, the old stuff. And when I started the band, I was playing just before I started the band. I was playing with a Black Sabbath tribute band, and I decided to quit that band because I wanted to focus on original stuff. So that's where I started to write music for what would become Scream Queen, our first album. So I think that, during the time of writing that album, at that time I was the only guitar player in the band. Sean joined the band while we were recording the album, and so everything was written in the perspective of being played by only one guitar player. So maybe it was like a bit more raw, and it was like more like hard rock and stonerish, oriented. But as the year, and the lineup changed and everything, so there's a lot of different influences that came along, and the music. I wouldn't say that the music changed that much, but maybe like there was like a kind of a natural evolution to something different. But I think that the root of our music is still the same that it was during in 2013. I mean, it's still like heavy music and melodic music.
Sean, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think us being big fans of 70s rock, even progressive music from that period, I think you can hear that evolution going down in Saboteur, adding keyboards a little bit more, and also in the new one that we just released a week or two ago. It's always been, I think, an influence with us. The soundscapes that you can create with that. We're big fans of big riffage, but we also like what a mellotron can do in the mix, and an organ and synths and piano. And so, I mean, I think it's right now the band, we've been doing this with the same lineup since 2017, Luke, I think.
Yep, you're right.
And so at this point, I think we're evolving into, we know what we want with our sound, and I think what we're playing and what we're creating naturally, it's giving what's happening right now in the two last albums. I mean, we're not like trying to hey, like we should add keyboards or we should add this or we should. It just happens naturally now. So yeah, I think it's a nice evolution. It's still us, but it's different and evolving, I guess.
And I think that you can't define a band with only one album. I think one album is just like a small window in a music writer's life.
And at that period.
Yeah, it's like a snapshot of your of what you do at that time.
No, there is, and you can tell that era that you hold as far as your music and what's compelled you and what you listen to and what your music sounds like, 70s, 80s, 90s. That's some of the best music out there, period. And but I don't know if you ever was told this. I picked up some Ronnie James Dio in there. Sound like, you know what I mean? And especially in the vocal parts I'm thinking, damn, that sounds like, Ronnie James there. So, I give you thumbs up, guys. I love your music. Like I said at the beginning.
Oh, thank you very much.
I really do, dude. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and butter your bread. I think your music is great. I really do.
Thank you very much.
Honey, this is your husband. This guy's here at the house with some flowers, looking to take you out. I thought you said you were going to be at work today. Call me back.
Playing at the FEQ and then the Heavy Montreal, you were alongside bands like High Five and Megadeth. Shit, that must have been massive, So how did those experiences and then the subsequent, you guys had an award for the Heavy Album of the Year. How did that impact your path in the band?
First of all, it was a great opportunity for us, and that opportunity to play these kind of events. We're pretty lucky to have some opportunities like that. And for sure, playing those kind of events like early in our career, I would say, because it was like 2015, I think. Yeah. So our first album was released two years prior to this, but actually we never played that much. I mean, the show that we did, like opening for Megadeth in Quebec City, I think it was like our maybe 20th show or something. It was still new, So it sure gave. I think it gave a bit of credibility to the band, but at the same time, it's so hard to make your place in music and to get people to listen to your stuff and everything. So how could I say that? C'est pas gagné d'avance quand même.
Allô, je m'appelle Gabriel, je viens de la petite ville de Shawinigan. Trouvez-vous que j'ai un accent?
Yeah, the battle's not won at the start. Even if you do something like that, I mean, people think you're going to be big, and you're going to continue doing, shows like that afterwards. But essentially, no. I mean, the week after we were playing in a small, venue. So, it's not like it changed our life or anything, but the experience and the opportunity, like Luke said, you embrace it, and it went by so quickly that day. I mean, and we were actually, it rained all day, and then we weren't even sure if you were going to play. So I mean, we were like, oh, is it going to happen? And then you're like, oh yeah, it's going to happen. And there were people with squeegees on the stage.
If you check our, we have a video for the song "Do You Really Know" from our first album, and that was filmed during that very show. So you can see like all the plastics covering the monitors, and the floor was all wet, and it. Yeah, we almost didn't play it, so we're pretty happy that it turned out well. But yeah, as Sean says, it was like a great opportunity for us, and it sure helped. I mean, there's a lot of people that heard us that maybe wouldn't heard us in any other way, or I remember that at the time we had like a few radios that started to play a few of our songs, and just like some people like took the band more seriously from that moment.
Fuck, dude, you were there on the stage for a reason. Out of all the bands that could have been there, you were there. It's just talent. Doc's going to spend a track your way from Sandveiss, which is I'll Be Rising. I like that, guys. I love your music.
No, thanks, man.
You are in the doghouse.
Your tour in Sweden, including performances at the Live at Heart Festival, that must marked an exciting international chapter for you guys. And what was it like, and what did it mean to you to share your music with an audience, across the globe?
Evidently, that's something we want to do more. Specifically, that playing in Europe. I think Europe is a place that likes and that style of music, and there's a lot of opportunities for festivals and stuff like that. So doing that the first time in Sweden, it was evidently a milestone for us to say, hey, we're going to Sweden to play. I mean, for me, a lot of my favorite bands are from Sweden, and for Sweden is musically, it's high up there for me. With the talent that comes out, the bands that come out of there, and in history as well. Going back to the '70s and ABBA and whatever. There's so many good musicians and over there. I don't know what's in the water over there, but they're very, very, very. How many? 10 million people, maybe 15. I don't know. I don't even know right now. And there's so many good bands, anyways. It was very. We met again people that we didn't know we were going to meet. That we listened to. We actually opened up for a band called Asteroid. In that series of shows, and then also we met the what's his name again from Truck Fighters, Luke.
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name, but yeah, the lead singer of Truck Fighters, he was there.
Yeah, so we were able to meet certain people that that play the same type of music that we do. So that was pretty cool, and the people over there are super nice, and they like that type of music, and it was incredible week.
Yeah, it was, and as you said, like the Sweden, like personally, like right now in the world, I think that Sweden is my favorite rock country. So many great bands from there.
Yes.
From Graveyard to Witchcraft to Helicopters. Like all the death metal scenes from the '90s, and Entomb, and so many great bands that influenced us, like in a way or another. And so for us, it was very, very special to be there. To hang out with some people that we listen their music, and so that was like a really, really great experience. And we never had the occasion to go back. It was in 2016, I think.
Yeah.
At the end of 2016, yeah. But we would love to go back in Sweden for sure. Great people, great experience for sure.
No, it is a great country, and great artists that are come out of there and end up there. So, I wish you all the luck on that one.
Hello, darling, it's your mother. I just won the lottery, so fuck off.
Doc's going to blast one at you guys now, which is No Love Here. again. I like that one. During the lockdown, you guys pinned Standing in the Fire. That was inspired by what? Rocky soundtracks?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, not the song itself, but the reason why I wrote the song. It was just during the first days of the pandemic, the first week probably, and I like everybody else. I was home and with my family, and I was watching a few Rocky movies with my son. And the thing is that the Rocky 3 movie, the one with the song "Eye of the Tiger." I mean, when I was a kid in the early in the early 80s, that song was one of the songs that I remember that that made me pick up a guitar and wanted to play for sure. So it was kind of weird because I was watching this movie. It was kind of weird, the worldwide thing. It was like very strange time, and it gave me like I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to go back to the roots. So I just decided to write something that really resonated with me when I was a kid. So all these influences, from Alice Cooper stuff from the 80s. Kiss, of course, was one of my favorite bands during when I was a kid. And, so Scorpions, all these kind of bands. I just decided to write like a song, like very hard rock, straight to the point, very simple structure. And that gave Standing in the Fire. I mean, that was like some kind of a tribute to my earliest influence for sure. So watching those movies just like triggered, the idea of the song.
You know what? That's kind of weird you say that, because I remember, when it came out and I was watching it, I was lifting a lot, weights, and just made me push it even more. It's just something about inspiration that it just says you want to do more, you want to do better.
Oh, I found our cat the other day. Well, I would have found him a week ago, but we have a grass bag on the lawnmower. And, well, I hate to rake, My mom said, Emo, my woman's club is coming over. Mow the lawn. I said, let him graze,
With the release of Standing in the Fire, how do you think your sound has actually evolved? And you brought that up a little bit at the beginning about your evolution. You just think things evolved. But how do you think your sound has evolved from what, and what can fans expect, from this album that's going to be coming out?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's everything that we like, essentially. So hard riffs, melodic, very melodic vocals, try to always have that in there. It's always been a part of what we do, but it's even more, I think, at this point in the songs, and we just try to leave a trace or something that people will like to hum or something. We're not we're doing it purposely, but it's always there. There has to be something that drives it, a melody. Evidently, everybody tries to do that, but I mean, we try to emphasize it so it really blends well with the riff and everything else that's happening. So every song essentially is thought that way, and then musically we essentially pretty much always do music first, and then we try to mate that together with a good melody, a vocal melody. And Luke is Luke is Luke. He's a master of that type of stuff. So
you're funny, man.
No, man, it's true. It's true, buddy.
You're too humble, dude.
Come on.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, and then essentially we. I mean, it's a long process. We won't lie. I mean, for some people it takes 2 minutes to write a song, but for us it takes time, and we work at it really for months until we're everybody's happy and do we have something here, and so yeah. So that's why, I mean, for us, I mean, 5 years at this point since the last album. Evidently, the pandemic happened, but I don't know if we would have released it sooner, even though, I mean, maybe, but hard to tell. But I think you know what, at this point last year, we were still on doing the vocals for the last song on the album, Luke, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, it took us all that time. So, but you know, now it's out. Really happy about it. So hopefully you will like it too.
You're in the doghouse.
I was an ugly kid, too. I had plenty of pimples. One day I fell asleep in the library. I woke up, a blind man was reading my face.
So Doc's going to spin one more on the turntable, guys, for you now. Here's a fucking phenomenal track from Sandveiss. Here's Gone Away. great track, guys. Tell our listeners where they can go find your music, any merchandise, any gigs, because I know you guys are phenomenal when you play. And anything else coming up? Where can we find that?
All our music, is available on all the digital platforms, of course. But the official place where people can get some merch and some physical copies of the albums are on our Bandcamp page. So it's our label that runs our page, and our label are very close to us because the label is run by our manager and a longtime friend. So people can find there like all the shirts and merch and the albums that we have, because otherwise it's really hard to get like a real good distribution these days. Even like big bands start to sell a lot of stuff on Bandcamps and sites like that.
Yeah.
Without like a real proper distribution. So yeah, people can find everything there. About the live shows, we're about to go for a little tour in Quebec in a few days. We have 5 shows: Montreal, Quebec, and we have Sherbrooke and Joliette, Trois-Rivières, which are all in Quebec. But we sure would love to go on tour and play many different places, of course. So now we'll try to work on that. Try to find some good bookers and booking agencies, and make some new connections with some people that could help us to go out on tour somewhere else. We'd love to go back in Europe, of course, but also in the States. We've been in the States for the first time. It was last January.
Yeah.
We played in Vegas for Planet Desert Rock Festival, which it was like a great experience. And so we would love to bring the band on the road and do some more shows, of course. The reality is that it's really hard for a band like us to go out on tour because everything is so expensive, and but we hope that this new album will be opening some new doors for us, to be able to play the more that we can. The new album is out since October 11th.
Ooh, just came out not too long ago.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys heard it. You know where to get information and pick up the music of Sandveiss. And I'm telling you what, these fucking guys are good. So fucking look them up because they're fucking phenomenal, and I'd love to see you in the U.S. I'd love to see you come back. And I believe your music is going to spread, dude. And I don't think you're going to have a problem booking. Okay. And again, I have this psychic ability sometimes, and I've been really pretty much 100% right on. When I tell a band something, it does happen. Maybe not right away, and sometimes it does. But, I see that you guys are going to be booked out. You're going to be traveling like you guys want because your music is, I think, what's needed, what's wanted, and it's going to take you where you want to go.
He's a strange doctor.
Strange doctor.
You kidding? I asked him if my heart was strong enough for sex. He told me not if I join in,
So on that
Thanks,
note,
man.
You're welcome. Yeah. I want to say thank you guys for joining me. Sean and Luke, thank you so much. And Sandveiss, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been an honor to talk with you guys. And I wish you all the best of luck.
Oh, thank you very much for your time, man.
Thanks for the invitation and everything.
It's our honor, mine and Magpies. And speaking of that, I want to give a big shout out and thanks to MD Pod Hub, Magpie Sally, Matt R, and Dogbone Studio.
The cops were just here looking for you. This is your mother. You should probably not come back for a while.
And so the doc will be back next week. And so in the meantime, guys, be kind to one another and always keep on rocking. And from the Dawg House, Doc, John, Luke, from Sandveiss, we're out of here, guys. Later.
MD Pod presented Dawg House.